Welcome to Castles to Cauldrons, where every journey starts with a little bit of magic.
Welcome to episode 46 of Castles to Cauldrons. We are back from Thanksgiving, and Rachel is actually back from John Stamos. How was John Stamos, Rachel?
He's my favorite. I absolutely love him.
I know you were so excited to go down there and see him.
No, I actually saw Kristen Bell at Earmark, so that was a lot of fun to hear her talk for about 20 minutes on stage.
I think I'd rather hear her talk sometimes than John, just because I've seen John do this stuff.
Yeah, she's humble. I like her. I love Kristen Bell to begin with. Yeah, so I enjoyed that, seeing her.
She's always going to be like Sarah Marshall to me, though, because I love, that was when I first...
Everyone's like, Anna! And I'm like, Sarah Marshall!
Yeah. Micah's here, and then Terry is away this week. She got jealous of John Stamos, so she
go down there.
She didn't want to hear Rachel talk about him, so she went to the beer guillotine instead. We're going to be talking a lot about the Disney Destiny today. So the agency was invited to be on a preview cruise for it, and we've got Angela, Christy, and Crystal who joined Rachel for the cruise. It was 3 weeks ago?
It was the 10th to the...
So a month ago when this comes out. So we'll start with Crystal. Crystal, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got into the agency and travel stuff?
Hi, I'm Crystal Greasock, and I have been with Magical Travel for 6.5 years. I love Disney traveling, and cruising is my favorite. And we did a move, and I decided that I needed something to do, and decided that planning Disney vacations was something I wanted to pursue, and absolutely love planning family vacations and taking a lot of my own so that I know all the tips and tricks and things to share with my client.
It's good to have you on. And Angela, can you let us know a little bit about yourself?
Sure. My name's Angela Crone, and I have been an agent with Magical Travel for 18 years. Been around for a little while. I shouldn't say I've only sailed Disney Cruise Line. I've sailed one other line, but Disney Cruise Line has my heart, and scheduled to sail again next November on the Destiny. And I'm bringing lots of friends and family along with me for that one. And yeah, happy to be here to talk about what we learned while we were on board.
Happy to have you. And Christy has been on before, so welcome back, Christy.
Welcome
back.
But you have moved since the last time.
Yep, I have. I moved from Cheyenne, Wyoming, and am now in Grand Junction, Colorado.
Is that a Coach Prime area? Like, is that one of those?
No, I mean, we're 4 hours from Denver. So, I mean, we're actually smack dab between Salt Lake City and Denver. So we kind of get a little bit of everything. But I wouldn't say that this is a Colorado Buffaloes area.
That's all I know is
it's a Nebraska Cornhuskers area in this house. But
I like the Huskers because that's where my grandparents are from.
That's where I graduated from.
It's where my husband's from.
It's a cool little place. I went up there 96, I think, was when I went to Nebraska last, and went to the Corn Palace and all that stuff. That's in Lincoln, isn't it?
No, the Corn Palace is in South Dakota.
Oh. Well, I was part of it. We had to drive and see my great grandparents.
So
I remember going
about me, I was in the Cornhusker marching band, and I actually got to go to the 94 national championship game and perform in the halftime show at the national championship game.
That's so cool.
Right? I know you didn't know that I was a celebrity, but you're welcome.
What'd you play?
Thank you for gracing us with your presence.
Clarinet.
That's a fun little instrument. I have a friend that was a drum major, and he played the clarinet that he got from his sister. I think he passed it down to his daughter. So like no one in the family they bought one clarinet, and it's just passed down through the years. We'll get to the Destiny stuff here in a minute. We've got a little bit of Disney news. We're going to start off with some offers that Rachel has some information on.
So today, Disney World released a Disney Visa card member promo for select, how many hotels is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 hotels. So All-Star Sports, Colorado Springs, AOA, Animal Kingdom Lodge, Saratoga Springs, and the Boardwalk. Only select room types are available, but I mean, to get the Boardwalk, the most expensive one is $449 a night at the Boardwalk, which is like unheard of. So I think it's a great deal. Mm-hmm. It's a short offer, though. It's only from stays between January 4th and February 10th. So I think it's a great time to just kind of take a last minute or a quick trip down there for a few nights. You just have to have a 2-night stay or longer.
That's good for the Festival of the Arts because it's such a short festival using that discount to go do that.
Then there is a spring ticket offer for Disney Plus subscribers. It's a 3-day ticket, and it only includes Hollywood Studios, Epcot, and Animal Kingdom. It does not include Magic Kingdom. That price is $325 plus tax. Then let's go over to the West Coast. That one has a Disney Visa card holder as well. That one goes longer. So you have January 1st to May 21st. So that's a pretty big booking window. It's up to 25% off at certain hotels, and it's going to be off of those 3 main resorts that are Disney. I think that's a great one. Also, they have teased us with a kid's summer ticket, which I think is really cool. You can't purchase it yet, but it's $50 a day per child, which I think is fantastic for a kid 3 to 9 to go into one of the parks for. It's for dates between May 22nd and September 7th. So it's a great spring, summer type of promo if you and the kids want to go there. $50 a day. I think it's really good for a kid ticket.
So you can get a hold of any of us. We'll be glad to help you get some of those discounts. It'd be great for some little trips. Like I said, that one that's only for a few weeks, that's right there in the middle of Festival of the Arts. So why not stay at the boardwalk for a few nights?
Yeah,
The
that's
other
great.
big
Walk
news,
right over.
yeah. And we went last weekend, walked around the boardwalk. It's just so nice at night, just being able to walk around and see everything going on.
Crystal likes to stay at the boardwalk.
Yeah, I just booked it today for a client. It's a great resort.
I
We
think it's a
stayed-
sleeper resort.
It
I
is.
feel like people don't know how good it is. Like it's always like people like forget it's on that side of the boardwalk area. Like it's just forgotten about, but I think it's a fantastic resort.
It's
Yeah.
forgotten, but right in everybody's pictures, because if you're staying at beach or yacht, that you want to get the picture of it, says it's so nice at night. Then the scary clown slide that they had deterred everybody. But no, it's not there. And they have the little honeymoon cottages too, that are those unique rooms. I don't think
Yes.
they're like the garden.
Yeah,
something.
the garden. Yeah, they're 2-tiered. They have like
Yeah.
a loft. Glenn and Carrie have stayed there before. It's club level too.
I didn't know that.
They're club level.
We could look at them when we stayed there last July, and they were right across the pool from us. It was like those people.
Those people.
Some
Those people.
yeah, those people. They only sleep too, though. That's the negative. All right. So if you have
Right.
your
It's all
family,
you
it's
can
like-
get.
Some not so great news from Disney. They're looking at, this is coming from the CFO. He was at a Wells Fargo Technology, Media, and Telecom Summit a few weeks ago, and he's talking about airline style ticket pricing coming to Walt Disney World and Disneyland. This is the way that they describe it is more like as the seasons go on, and even up to a point of pricing could change on an hourly basis. So, if you're looking at your hotel, or your plane ticket right now for next year, it's pretty cheap. But if you look, 2 weeks before you're supposed to get on that flight, it's going to be stupid expensive. I think this is not like a great thing for people trying to go to Disney on the last minute budget.
I mean, I think it puts urgency back into it. Like when they used to do dining 180 days prior to, I think it's kind of a way to get people to book further out. I don't like it because that's one thing I don't like about Universal is the dynamic pricing. Because, I've booked someone, I priced out a package when Black Friday came out for what they already had just to see if it was cheaper. And it was like $2,000 more for the same exact package.
Right.
So that's just the thing. Like it's hard to quote people. Like as a travel advisor, I think it's hard to be like, hey, this is the price right now. But if you wait, it could go up, it could go down. Like it's kind of hard to tell a client that. So, I mean, they're not the first people to do it. So I can't say that like, oh, they shouldn't do it because it obviously works. And, for other companies, it's just hard as a travel advisor to explain that and to sell that.
And they do it on a different scale right now, right? Like Disney, like Christmas at Disney is always going to be the most expensive time to go. But, if you go during February, it's going to be a little bit cheaper. So the dynamic pricing isn't that extreme right now, but what it would be could be, you're pricing out a $200 ticket for Magic Kingdom on Christmas Day could be a $400 ticket a week out. I think a lot of it too kind of is like scheduling for cast members. If you've scheduled so many people to work and then all of a sudden they have to bring in more people, that's how do we get that paid or get the overtime paid type stuff.
What are your thoughts, ladies?
I mean, I agree with you, Rachel, on it just makes it hard because I did the same thing with the Universal trip. They actually wanted to go down a day and it was going to cost them $7,000 more to go down a day. So I was like, you can leave a day early. Like, like if you want to do that, like it costs more money to make it less days. And when I was looking at it. I was like, I got you a really great deal, apparently, like at Portofino, for it to be $7,000 more to make it just a day less. It made it hard because they're like, oh, well, we do want to leave on Friday instead of Saturday. I'm like, you can leave. There'll be no penalty. You can just do what you need to do. Just leave on that day. But it does make it kind of hard, like where you could price something and then tomorrow you price it again and that price is different.
Yeah, and I agree. It's really hard to tell a client that. Like, I don't know what it's going to be tomorrow. I don't have a magic 8 ball to be like, yeah, wait to book. No, don't wait to book. And it's, it's one of those things that when someone asks your advice, it's hard not to be able to be like, how I know things get booked up, always book in advance and I can make it cheaper. Well, now I can't make it cheaper. So it's one of those gambling on booking.
Is that going to be for package tickets or is that just going to be standalone tickets? Because I wonder if it's going to affect the packaging.
Assume it like the baseline of the package. Like you would have, it wouldn't affect every day of the package, just the one, like when you go through and make the quote or look at your pricing, it will see there. But like if you put it on hold and then 4 days later you move the page and you go and it would change price because maybe it's gone up.
But is it just the ticket component that they're doing this with, not the hotels?
I believe so. The hotels are already on it, aren't they?
Not necessarily on an hourly
right.
thing, but yeah.
But Disney Cruise Line is pretty much dynamic pricing based. I mean, that changes at a moment's notice as you get closer.
True.
Yeah, because we always say if you're going to book a cruise, book it as soon as you can because it's the cheapest when they first come out versus even a month later.
Yeah, I mean, maybe not all cruise lines are that way. I mean, some run sales, run deals, whatever, but Disney Cruise Line typically it's going to be cheapest when it's first released. Last
bit of fun news we have. Disney introduced the Olaf animatronic for Frozen over in Paris, the Frozen land that they're opening. It's also going to come, I think it's either Shanghai or Hong Kong. I can't remember which one has a Frozen land over there. But this thing is really cool.
It's so cute.
They say he's life size, so I guess like 3.5, 4 foot. And he just walks around. I don't know if anybody remembers Lucky the dinosaur from Animal Kingdom, or we talked about Wall-E in a past episode. It's just a free roaming animatronics.
I got to see Lucky the dinosaur at Imagineering when I did a tour of Imagineering a few years ago.
I'm jealous.
He was much bigger in person than I anticipated, but also they had the Muppets. Remember they had the Muppets,
right?
Dr. Bunsen
and Honeydew.
And,
Beaker and Honeydew.
Yeah, they had them as a free roaming too.
We actually saw them. They were in Epcot the last before they got rid of them, and I was happy to see those as a Muppet fan.
It's cute, kind of like the dragons over at Universal at Epic.
I'm thinking about the drone ones that they they've only been up in the air twice.
Right. But the baby dragons.
Yeah. Those dragons are cool. I haven't seen those yet.
They're cute.
I don't know. Even the animatronics, like in the shows and Toothless, is pretty great.
I feel like kids might run up to them though. Because it's not like a droid. Like it's Olaf.
Yeah.
I like warm hugs. I just feel like kids might run up to him. and
he's a character meet and greet that kids hug when they're in Hollywood Studios.
Right.
Yeah.
So I would wonder how they're going
to go and hug this one. I'm just excited because it was weird. I don't know how much Disney YouTube y'all get into. They announced this like the day after Defunctland put a 4-hour video out about the Living Character Initiative, which included like Lucky and the Muppet Lab and Wall-E. And it's like, here's Disney actually saying, well, guess what? We did another one. So it's kind of like Disney jabbing back. I was kind of happy about it. Hopefully they bring it to Orlando. They probably will never will, but one could hope. We got the droids from Star Wars, the little goose droids or whatever they're called, the BD droids, for a couple weeks, I think. That's going to do it for news. We'll be back in a minute with talking about the Destiny.
Are you dreaming of your next adventure but overwhelmed by planning? Magical Travel has you covered. With over 22 years in the business, we specialize in Disney destinations, Universal Studios, cruise vacations, and all-inclusive resort getaways. Our services are 100% complimentary when you book a vacation package with one of our knowledgeable agents. Request a free quote to start the planning process at magicaltravel.com. Mention our podcast to be connected with one of our agents you're listening to if you like what you hear.
And we're back. So like I mentioned earlier, we had a group going to the Disney Destiny as a preview sailing back in November. So what were y'all's overall thoughts, since y'all have all done the Disney cruises a lot more than I have? I've only been on 2 ships, but on the Destiny versus what they have already. Like what were improvements that we're seeing from the other two class that have come out, the Wish and Treasure, and what's the overall improvements they have from the cruise line
I
itself?
just wanted to start by saying that Magical Travel was invited for the preview sailing based on our sales and our partnership with them. And I just was so grateful that we were able to experience the preview. We've been invited to the Wish preview. We were invited to the Lookout Key. Which one is it? Key. Lookout Key preview sailing, when we did that. So we've had a lot of opportunities and we're thankful for that. So thank you, Disney Cruise Line, for always hosting Magical Travel. But I'll let you ladies talk about that because we have 2 platinum sailors, Angela and Crystal. And Crystal's a concierge sailor. And then Christy and I are gold. So I'll let you guys start.
Go ahead, Crystal.
I loved the villains aspect of the ship. The heroes and villains is a fun new take on the Disney Cruise Line that's usually princesses and, the Fab Five and normal characters. So being able to see Maleficent and having her grand entrance into the hall and Cruella and Dr. Facilier and their meet and greets and different things like that are unique to the Destiny were really cool.
I agree with that. My daughter is a huge villains fan, so she's 26, so that's the reason why she agreed to sail with us next year. And also Hercules is her favorite Disney movie. So I thought the upgrades to the theaters on board the newer ships are amazing. Some of the tech stuff that they have available for those new shows is incredible to see. And I will say, and this sounds so ridiculous, but I love that there's no more shower curtains in the staterooms.
They smell like they get moldy.
Yes,
Yeah.
no shower curtains is a big plus for me. And I love the heroes and villains too, just because she's a big villains fan. So I'm excited for her to see it next year.
I will say this is not Disney related, but when I went on, it is Disney related because the Wonder, when I went on that in June and it had the shower curtains, and then going on the Star on Royal Caribbean in August, not having shower curtains, I didn't realize what I was missing. I was like, okay, I do like this aspect. Like it does make the room feel like the bathroom feel a little bit bigger just because you don't have that cloth right there. So
Yes.
Well, and to follow up on that, I feel like the Destiny is maybe a little bit more gender neutral than some of the other ships where there's not the same focus on the princesses as much. You've got the Black Panther as the statue in the Grand Hall. You've got the Sanctum area. I mean, you've got a lot more. And then even the Hercules show. I mean, a lot of the shows on the ships are princess focused. So I felt like this is maybe a little bit more open to all genders, and that, boys will find more to do or maybe feel a little bit more comfortable because it's not quite as princess focused.
let me ask this since we're on this. So Black Panther is obviously the icon for the atrium or the Grand Hall, and then Spider-Man's on the back. But there's a lot of Hercules also on the ship. I kind of feel like it's almost lost that they didn't put Hercules as the main icon, because you have the Hercules show, you Cafe Megra, and then the rooms have some themes for Hercules. I feel like he has more of a presence from what I've seen of the Marvel. Is that what y'all see on the ship too, or is it actually a little bit more Marvel themed than that?
Feel that he was missing.
However, I
He's not-
will say
he's
there
not
weren't really
Marvel.
any hero meet and greets like there were villain meet and greets. I mean, I felt like it was
Right.
very focused on villain side of things.
Yes.
This is where our villain land's going. It's going to sea.
Yeah.
It would have been cool to have like a Hercules meet and greet or have some of those kinds of things too.
The little bit I've watched, like I've watched a couple of the videos that from the selling y'all were on, and the vlog, influencer one the next week, and that I just felt like Hercules was more prominent than Marvel, and like y'all said, seeing the villains coming through a little bit more. So let's talk about the shows a little bit before we go into food and whatnot, because those are a little bit different. Those two shows, the main shows are Hercules and Frozen. So we'll talk about Hercules first. What was your thoughts on Hercules?
So good.
Yeah, I loved it.
Amazing.
Like big
Yeah,
wow
we were-
moments for it.
Well, we were third row.
Yeah.
Front and center. We were like, we lined up for it. We knew how to do it.
Yes.
I thought it was fantastic. What was the big scene when he
Yeah, I was
fights
going to ask, like, you had like Tafiti and
I was gonna say,
With
how
the
does it compare
treasure.
to Moana? Because that had some like big moments to where everyone was like, "Wow!" Like with Moana's show.
Yeah.
well,
Well,
scene when he was fighting.
yeah, with the Titans. That
Yeah.
was really cool. And then when he was fighting the 3-headed dragon and he cuts the head off and comes out
That
from the
was cool.
dragon's mouth kind of thing. I will say my daughter was a theater major in college, so I've been to lots of theater shows. And it's unbelievable. The technical aspect of this is amazing to watch.
And the voices of the
voices.
cast.
Oh my gosh.
Just gonna say
The muses,
The
holy
muses were
cow.
like just phenomenal.
we
Yeah.
saw them on Castaway, and
Yeah.
like everyone was cheering for them.
Yes.
They were fantastic.
Unbelievable.
Those muses were
The
great.
casting for that was perfect. They did a great job with the muses.
I'm excited to see the show. Like Hercules is one of those underrated these animation movies. It was on that tail end of the Renaissance. So I'm excited to see it.
Well, and Pain and Panic, they just add that humor. Oh yeah, it was a great addition.
And I was wondering how they were going to do Pegasus. And I
Yeah.
thought that was really, really creative of how they played Pegasus.
So how do they
He
do
was
it?
cool.
It's a guy. He's just, yeah.
Is it like Sven on the Frozen Broadway show where it's like a guy in the costume?
No,
It's different. No.
Like he's like this the whole time.
He's
with
like
his hands,
standing upright.
Oh,
Yeah.
and like he makes like a.
Yeah.
can you do that again?
Have you watched the kind of short that Disney put out of kind of the behind the scenes, like when they were counting down
I
to the
don't think I
show when they
have.
were rehearsing and stuff? He's in that.
Okay.
So if you watch that, he's the guy while they're practicing, he's doing like breakdancing in the theater because he does that in the show dressed up as
Oh yeah, because
It's cool.
Pegasus does it in the movie at some point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Forgot about
Yeah,
it.
they casted him perfectly.
He was
Great,
really
yeah.
funny. Yeah, I was kind of happy to see that they included him because I was wondering how that was going to happen.
I'm hoping Travis can sit through it. I mean, he's 5. He sat through Zootopia 2 real well the other day when we went and saw it. So I think having live people on stage, he'll be able to sit through it.
It's not boring. I think it'll keep his
No.
attention.
Yeah.
Like it's the scenes aren't super long, so like it's always changing. I think it'll keep his attention.
And
Yeah, I
what,
just
it's probably like
traveled. Sorry.
go ahead.
I just traveled with my cousin who was 5, and he was glued to the screen. And he's been on The Treasure and loves the live shows. Sometimes you got to give the kids popcorn and let them sit there and have that to munch on. But the shows on the Disney ships usually keep kids' attention.
Well, I mean, and they have that in mind for them too.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
I got to keep that in my head.
Yeah.
But when it comes to
Oh, go ahead.
go for it.
I'm a huge fan of the Moana show on The Treasure. I've seen it 3 times, but honestly, I thought Hercules was actually better than Moana.
I agree. Since I just saw Moana, I wanted to get that. And I was like, everyone kept saying it competes with Moana, but I personally liked Hercules more than Moana.
I want to see both. I'm going on Destiny in July, so I'm very excited for this. For Frozen, I saw Frozen on Wonder.
So
Is
Jake,
it-
I'm
I
laughing.
saw it on the Wonder as well, and so I compared it very, very carefully. And I mean, it's similar to what's on the Wonder, but the technology is so much better on the Destiny that they've got the show expanded into the walls. You've got more interaction, I guess, in there, and when Elsa's freezing things, I mean, it looks like she freezes the whole theater. And I mean, it's much more expanded than it is on the Wonder.
And that's what I was going to wonder because wonder how it felt so dated, even though it's such a new show on the Wonder, because they were using like laser projections and stuff like that that's all they have in that ship. So I was curious on what changes were made, if it was a 1-for-1 or if there was 1-up.
I think it has to do with the technology that's on the ship.
Yeah, I mean it's it's a bigger stage as well, so you can do bigger things with it. I mean, do we want to talk about soundboards and whatnot in there? Or?
Of course you do. It was not as entertaining as Hercules. I shut my eyes a couple times. That's why I started laughing. I don't know if I'm just tired or what, but I definitely shut my eyes.
I can confirm that. I was sitting by her.
She was drooling a little bit, but it is a different show. I mean, Frozen is a little bit slower, it feels like, than Hercules because I'm not trying to say anything, like two sisters.
The story's different.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
Hercules is a coming of age where he's wanting to be, a god. So there's definitely going to be more action in that versus two sisters trying to reconnect.
Mm-hmm.
Let's move to dining because I'm a fat guy that likes food. We'll start at the stuff that's the same just to get differences, and then we'll move to the new one. So Worlds of Marvel, is that a new show for Destiny, or is it the same show that Treasure has?
So World of Marvel in my opinion, it was a little bit of a disappointment from the treasure because it actually didn't have like an actual real show.
Right. So I don't know if that was because it was a preview sailing and like the dining room was not full and they
So
didn't want to
we
do
asked
it.
about that, and
or-
they said that's what it would be.
Oh, that's disappointing.
And I'm hoping the staff didn't understand what we were
Right.
asking and that there actually is a show, because when we were in there, it was just trivia questions. And
Right.
I'm like, that better not be all this is. Or
And Rachel probably beat all of y'all with her
Marvel
Avengers
knowledge.
and Marvel knowledge.
she did. She was on it.
Yeah.
Like, what's Black Panther's real name? It's T'Challa.
Yeah, Christy is the real
Chrissy
winner.
knew it.
I
Christy's
was
the winner.
answering all the
She was
questions for our
Yeah, she
table.
was.
Well, I
She
mean,
was pressing the buttons on that little thing.
it's not really T'Challa now because it's his sister. Because
Right.
he's dead, but
And Angela has some good answers in there.
Please, I've never seen a single Marvel movie.
Really?
Not
Those
one.
are guesses.
Not a single one.
I know. When we were on the treasure with my son, I was thinking Christy and Brayden would like have so much fun together because they both know them all. Like
We're a
My
Marvel
husband
house.
answers them. Yeah, Doug answers them. I don't.
But yeah, they did
Yeah.
they had like Groot and Rocket like on the screen, like they had a little interaction, a little video.
but on the treasure, it was like the whole show.
Right. This
on
was just
the-
like a little interaction thing, and that was it. There was no character that came out. There was nothing.
That's why I think it's probably because it was preview and that dining room was empty.
And yeah, like I said, I hope that our server was wrong, but we asked the question and she's like, "Oh no, this is what the show will be." And we're like, "Okay."
Yeah, I
Yeah,
didn't even
and
like the
she,
food.
she
That
got
was
the
our
flag,
last-
like the
Yeah.
celebration flag that they waved.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I was like, okay. Is that
Is it-
all that's going to be as celebration flags in the Marvel dining room?
I saw something with America Chavez, who was in the last Doctor Strange movie, that she was in a show. So was she in the Treasure show?
I don't remember seeing her in the treasure.
I don't either.
So then it has to be this one. There
And
has
we
to be
didn't see her in
Treasure.
this one either.
So that's why I'm hoping that because
Yeah.
it was the preview sailing, we didn't get the actual.
And that was our last night
Okay.
dinner. So,
Yeah.
we didn't do the second rotation through there because, on the treasure, it's like different for each night that you
Right.
go. And so like they said, it was empty in the restaurant. So I'm wondering if they we felt a little bit rushed that night too. Like it felt like they were trying to hurry us out, even though we had second seating. So
Right.
I don't know if that's the whole thing or not.
And I
Right.
didn't like the food.
Maybe she does something because the Sanctum is Doctor Strange themed, obviously. So maybe she does something with that.
Well, the clip I saw it was Straw Hat Goofy, who was an influencer. So it was probably the cruise after y'all, and they would have had that stuff going for sure for the influencers. But he said that was like the first time we've seen her since Multiverse, and that she's still a prominent character probably. And with somebody else.
Interesting.
Oh, it was Cassie. It was Cassie Lang.
From
Her and America sitting at the table together. Man, yeah. So I was like, okay,
Yeah, we
I
didn't
don't care
see
for
them.
those two characters.
Yeah, that was not part of our evening in the Marvel.
Well, hopefully it changes because I was really looking forward to that one.
Have to let us know.
I will. I think we got other people going too before me, so I'll ask them. 1823, I figure is just about the same.
We
right?
didn't dine there.
Did y'all go in or anything like that?
It's the same setup.
Yeah, it
as
looks
the other.
exactly the same.
Just different artwork probably throughout.
But I
So
looked
wh-
at the menu on the app and it looked like the menu was similar to the treasure too.
I like the idea of it. I think it's great that they have it. It's not one that I have to eat at. But this one, the Pride Lands Feast of the
Oh my
of
God, I'm
Lion King.
so excited about this. Like just the pictures
amazing.
and everything.
Okay.
Give it a
Just
try.
if you want a great drink, you have to get Can You Feel the Rum Tonight? I had 2. Everyone else had 1. He
So
goes,
Not
she's
sure what
still on the
that's
one.
saying about you, but
well,
my
no,
God.
it was not good of a drink. He goes, I go, can I have another one? He goes, can you handle another? And I was
Could you
like,
feel the rum?
no,
no,
Not
it was
really.
good though.
no,
It
it was
was
good.
the best drink. Like probably one of the highlights of our trip that we keep talking about was that drink. It was so we have
And then-
pictures of it. You'll have to
Yeah.
pull them up.
And then like Angela's husband Doug tried to replicate it. Did he? How would it?
He did,
how did it
yeah.
turn out?
Yeah.
So
Good.
was
He
it
made
good?
me one the other night. Yeah.
So now you have to share the recipe with all of us.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was good. So, and I'm not a big drinker. So it was really good.
And
But
Rachel, Rachel videoed Christy and I.
Yes.
Kuna Matata.
I saw that pop up while you were on, and I was laughing.
It
was
I'll
good.
do anything.
I do have to say, I think just like Arendelle and just like the Coco, your seat placement, your table placement makes or breaks it.
So
Absolutely.
I saw that they've elevated the stage on this one. I don't know if they're elevated on the other ones.
Coco is elevated on the
Yeah.
trailer.
Yeah, I was going to ask if that makes a difference with that or not. No.
Not
So
really.
I did feel like, and I told the ladies this too on the ship, I do feel like for younger kids, the Pride Lands is much easier to follow as a show as opposed to Plaza de Coco, just because Coco is kind of after the movie and, you know, you have to really follow a story, where the Pride Lands is really based on the movie. It's the same songs. It's the same everything. So I think kids can get engaged in a lot easier.
So do we see Mufasa die then? Like, is that a part of the dinner?
It's mostly just
it's
music.
just songs.
Yeah. Like there's a
I do-
storyteller and then just music. Yeah.
And it's
I do have to say the windows,
Yeah.
they changed. That was really cool. Like the
the
atmosphere
whole
around it.
dining
You gotta look.
experience.
Yeah.
How was the
So-
But like
food?
our seating was, I mean, we were sitting right by the aisle where all the servers were coming out with the food. So we had people walking in front of us constantly through the entire show. And it was just, I mean, it wasn't a great placement for us.
It was loud.
and it's kind of hard, I guess, to plan something like that out
Mhm.
at Disney to say we're going to do this show while serving, unless they're going to like put all the servers on the outside and come in from the outside so they can, you know, not block people's view.
They tried really hard not to. Like they tried to like keep the service to like in between songs or in between like, you know, because the storytellers and the singers would leave the stage and then come back. So that's when they did most of the service, you know, but if they had to come and refill a drink or something like that, they would try to do it sort of in between, which was nice. But we were right by the serving station.
So what about the food in that one? Was the food good? What was the
That was
food
pretty
thing?
good, I thought.
Yeah. It was good.
Is it like African style or like Sanaa type stuff?
Remember it being that themed.
So just regular food, just in the Lion King themed area. I can do that.
think I
I'm a
have-
big eater.
Yeah, the drinks were very well themed though. I mean, on the drink menu, they all were very well themed around the Lion King. I
I
thought.
mean, with a drink like "Can You Feel the Rum Tonight?"
So good.
You see that, you're gonna be like, "Well, I've got to try that."
So good.
Pretty
But
much what we said.
I mean, I thought the menu was a little themed.
Yeah, I'm
Like,
looking
I don't
at it
remember.
now. Like the
Yeah.
entrees were like shrimp curry, vegetable. I don't even know how to pronounce that.
There was a lot of
pan-seared
things you couldn't pronounce.
Covina. I know.
What was the chicken
pan-seared-
I had?
Oh, it was pan-seared Berber spiced roasted chicken. Then you have a lamb shank. Then there's baked mushrooms and lentil. I got the prime rib of beef. That's what I got. Beef tenderloin salad. Then you had a filet or a sirloin steak, not a filet, a sirloin. Then there's a roasted breast of chicken. Is that what you had, Crystal?
No, I think it was one of the appetizers.
You just had an appetizer for.
No, that was the chicken that I like.
There's cured apricot chicken, grilled chicken skewers, tricolor quinoa.
Oh, the skewers.
Yeah. That was the skewers were like what I remember from that night was that drink and the chicken skewers were my
that
favorite.
drink.
It
It was a good drink.
was good.
Yeah, I thought it was. I don't think it was too picky. It's not like Plaza de Coco where it's like Mexican. I feel like you had a really good mix of someone could find something.
Picky eater thing to eat, so it was good.
That's me. I'm a picky eater, so that's when I'm going on these things. I'm like, what am I going to eat? So I will be
Yeah.
looking at the menu as it gets closer. As far as Marceline and all the festival of the foods and whatnot, that's all pretty much the same, correct?
Yeah.
And then you
Same
have
market.
Donald's Canteen is still as good as ever.
I like the layout of that when we went on the Wish and being able to see how that all looks and whatnot. I like it a lot better than the old ships where it's like here and there, walk across the deck to find something new. It's all just one spot.
And just make sure when you get ice cream, when you say swirl, you let them know what type of swirl.
You're still on that.
What'd you get?
Let it go.
I don't know. It was like coconut or some stuff. I don't know. It was not good. Who did we watch? Do you remember just Savannah Banana Guy or someone like taste it and then he
Yeah.
threw it out?
Yeah.
Oh, it was
Well, it was the dude perfect guy.
Whoever it was. Yeah.
Dude,
An
perfect. was
influencer,
there.
whatever. Yeah, he did the same thing.
Oh, that was funny.
It wasn't just me because
Yeah,
I said
'cause
I'm a
he-
swirl. She
he
does some
tried it,
coconut
and then he
crap.
had his wife try it, and then he threw it in the trash.
It wasn't just me.
I was
Well,
like,
Make
"That
sure
one
you
must not
verify
be good."
vanilla and chocolate.
That is the one thing I don't like about the new ships is that you can't go up and do it yourself. I want to be able to, like when we were on the Wonder in Alaska, we're getting ice cream in the middle of the night when it was 50 degrees, which
That
is
was my
cold for us
daughter.
Alabama folks.
My daughter likes to be able to make her own. So the fact that she has to ask for it, she hates that. She's like, I like making my own.
I think they probably save a lot of money and a lot of
Probably
ice
do,
cream because it's
sure.
not
Because of
wasted.
waste.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you think about those little kids that come back and they have like that.
And or you
And
see
you're like,
piles
"What
of
are you
ice cream
doing?"
sitting there because they didn't like put the cone under.
See, I
Or
like to get a
Jason
little.
was doing it, you know.
Yeah. I'm going to walk up there and get a little small one every now and then because I just want a little taste of ice cream. But then there's like middle of the day, I'm going to go get a 6-foot tall one because I'm just really want ice. We mentioned Cafe Meg and what's the Merida? That's a coffee shop too, right?
Yeah, it's just a bar.
Were they coffee bars?
But they're not. There were. The one was a coffee bar, and I'm like,
Mhm.
I don't know, this isn't really good for drinks.
I like the
It was like wine. There wasn't
like
any
the-
mixed drinks.
I like the way they look.
Yeah, they're
Like-
cute.
The Merida one, my wife will love since she's a redhead and she loves Brave. And I just think those are like a nice little place that they've put that's not completely on the lobby. It's just off, so it's not in your walking distance. But bars, a Haunted Mansion, nothing's different there, right? Like the menu's even pretty much the same.
So I've heard the show is different. We didn't get the whole experience of Haunted Mansion on the Destiny, but when I sailed on the Treasure, there's the whole Madame Leona coming and the shaking the bells and the tambourines, and I heard they don't do that on the Destiny. So I'm quite curious about how the atmosphere is in there when you sit in there for drinks.
So this is off subject just a little bit from the cruise line. But me and a coworker who's a Disney fan, we were talking the other day about Villain's Land and how it's probably not going to happen. But we have a theory that Madame, what is it? Not Madame Leota. What's the store right there? I can't remember.
Memento
Mori. What is it?
Yeah, Morimoto.
Yeah,
Morimoto.
something like that.
Mori.
Yeah. So they make another store on the backside of Haunted Mansion that kind of helps connect to Cars Land a little bit. And then they turn that Memento Mori into a Haunted Mansion themed bar. Because it's so popular on the ships
Could
that
work.
why not bring it into the park and elevate it a little bit more? Because people obviously want to go into Oga's, they want to go into Beacon Barrel.
Beacon Barrel. Yeah.
Why not do a Haunted Mansion theme bar in the Magic Kingdom?
Yeah. I mean, now it's not a dry park anymore.
No,
So
it was just a thought. And what they've done in the past two ships, bring that over, you can get an adult experience in Haunted Mansion. The Sanctum, it came up earlier. Sanctum, what was good there? Was it fun? That's Princess and the Frog, right? On the Wish. That's the same.
And it's like Jungle Cruise themed
Right.
on the
Skipper
Treasure.
Society on the Treasure.
Yeah. Yeah, we had a drink in there. It was
Yeah.
fun.
They have a lot of specialty drinks with like bubbles and fun things that they do at the bar too. So Doctor Strange people will love all the little things they do and nods they do to Doctor Strange.
I've seen from videos that they have a lot of hidden details from the movie around the bar. So like the necklace is in a little corner somewhere.
Yeah.
The cloak is up in the
Well, and Haunted Mansion has lots of things hidden and different details and things too. And if you go in there enough and get to know the staff, they tell you,
point
go find this or go look for this. And here's, this is, why this is here. So it's fun to see all the little details that go into it that if you just walk in, you miss. And if you like really look around, you get to see all the Disney magic and the little touches they do. And that's why, it's such a fun experience.
That's one thing I did learn from doing the Star was like there were some good bars and good themes to the bars, but there was like the detail that Disney puts into their bars was just another level. And those lobby bars that they have, all their open spaces like this, the Sanctum. I can't remember the 1901. I think is what we had on the Star. It was themed, but it wasn't like overly themed. It was there, but the Sanctum looks like it's great themed, but still not overwhelming.
It's one of those things, though, if you're not a Marvel fan, I feel like a lot of it kind of goes past you a little bit because there is a lot of those Easter egg things in there that if you're into Marvel, you're going to see them, you're going to know them. But if you're not, you still have a great time, but it's not really in your face.
Yeah, I definitely didn't know what to look for in there. Because I've never seen the movies. I've never seen the movies. I didn't know.
And we sat in a little corner booth and we had a great time. It was a fun experience.
Yeah.
where was I?
You were
christening.
getting off for the christening.
That's when we were all having fun without you.
Guess
Thanks.
one. But the best theme one I think on the Destiny is DeVille's. I mean,
Oh, that was fun.
it's incredible.
Yeah.
The theming is just over the top.
And Rachel has the best pictures in there since she dressed like Cruella.
I had, you guys, so my ears, I had Cruella DeVille ears. They broke in my suitcase on the way there. These women, thank you so much. They went out to the store while we were in Fort Lauderdale and they like fixed them
Wow.
for me. I know. Fantastic. I like was so shocked. It was I came back from a dinner and I had fixed ears. It was wonderful.
She was so sad when she pulled them out of her suitcase and they were broke. And we were like, she just threw them in the trash, but we didn't know she threw them in the trash. So I'm like, you guys, we have to fix those ears, Christy. And we were all talking about how we could do it. So we looked up stores to go to. And we were trying to figure out where can we hit a store and go to dinner so we don't have to take 2 Ubers. And yeah,
We were
so
like the
Christy-
mice in Cinderella fixing the dress. I mean,
I thank you, ladies. It was good.
So DeVille's
She
is
was cutting them and it was awesome.
DeVille's is a piano bar, correct? And that's I can't remember what it was. Is Nightingale's on the Wish?
Yeah, and it's Scat Cat on Treasure.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm looking forward to that one. I kind of like the jazz theme, music and whatnot. So relaxed.
Atmosphere, just, the Dalmatians and the Reds. And it was just cool.
And there's a lot of fun, unique drinks in there to DeVille's. So that's a fun spot to go.
I did see a character interaction that she'll come in every now and then and do some stuff with people there.
Yep. The Navigator app has that. And that's what I just told my clients not to miss that and make sure you hit those shows because they're not all the time.
Right. And it looks like they're really engaged with the people around.
Oh, yeah. They stay in character. And I had a Lily Pulsinger dress on that was pink and floral when Christy and I went to see Cruella. And when I walked in, she was like, "Oh, darling, bad wardrobe choice." And she was on me that I should only wear black and white. I mean, it was
no
fun.
florals.
Okay, so I'll remember to get Bethany pack hers and wear it when we're going in.
Bright
I told her I
colors.
wanted her wig. And she goes, "It's not a wig, darling." Well, I want it.
Yeah, they definitely are in character and fun. And it's,
Well,
Yeah,
that's
those-
one of the fun things. Yeah, that was one of the fun things with the villains is when Maleficent comes out, she comes out on the big stage. Everything turns green. It's a whole entrance into the grand hall when she comes in. And
That's
at Loki, I think it was the same way. It was something similar to that.
so those who are watching at the background, you can't see a lot of it, but this is the grand hall, the atrium for the Destiny. And I like the coloring. I was very surprised at how good it looked because I wasn't impressed with the concept art by any means. And then seeing y'all's pictures come through and all the social media come through from different vloggers, it's like, okay, I really, really like what they've done with the atrium here.
I will say the atrium does feel a little empty. So I'm excited for Halloween on the high seas and maritime cruises to see, the pumpkin tree and the Christmas tree and what they do with the gingerbread house or creation. So, it felt a little empty, but I'm excited for them to have all that space to decorate for the holidays.
But having the 2 stages in there, or the one stage and I guess a balcony, would it be? I think it adds to a place where people can congregate to watch something happen. But I do agree when we went on the Wish, I felt it was very wide open and kind of you feel like it's an empty ship right there, which you usually wouldn't complain about, but you're in the middle of the ship, so you kind of want that hustle and bustle. That's all that I have.
We didn't talk about Cask and Cannon.
Sorry, Cask and Cannon, Pirates of the Caribbean themed. How was that?
I thought that was
Very
really
cool.
cool. And it looked like they had food in there. We went in there, we walked around and you saw people with baskets of fish and chips and things like that. So it looks like there's also some food offerings in there as well, which is nice.
Would this be their sports bar for Monday Night Football or something like that?
Yep.
So yeah, I would assume you'd want
And that's
food.
why there's food and drink options in those. Yeah.
I don't know.
I just wish it was a little bit bigger just because it is a place where people will congregate for a
Right.
longer amount of times, especially if there's games on.
Games, yeah.
So we walked in, I think twice, and we could not sit. So that, I just wish it was a tad bigger for that
I
reason.
did like the theming of it better than on the Treasure because it's a Periscope pub there. And I
Right.
feel like it just has a different feel on the Destiny. I liked it a lot better.
Yeah, me too.
I'm just excited for Pirates of the Caribbean bar too. Like
Mhm.
I think that out of all of them, this ship probably has the bars I want to see the most. I do want to see like actually go into the Star Wars hyperspace and have a drink there because I liked it at the Wish, but like I know it's not anything like what's the Haunted Mansion bar is.
No, I feel like it's almost like hyperspace is kind of like wah wah.
Yeah,
Like after you go into these new ones.
When we walked
So,
into it, I even felt like lackluster from after seeing the Haunted Mansion pictures. But
Yeah.
as a Star Wars fan, I do want to be able to see there and see what it's like. We can talk about rooms for a little bit. What are y'all's thoughts on the rooms here and the themes that they have?
I thought the themes were great. We had a Baymax room, so Big Hero 6. I do just want to say, if you have 4 adults in a room, you have to get the deluxe families. It's like we were in a standard balcony room, just a deluxe ocean with a veranda, and it was tight with 4 women.
Thank
Yeah,
God
we
we had a
were-
veranda.
I know. Not even just like because we're getting ready. Like I think we all managed that nicely. It was the fact that like if I needed my suitcase out, I had like it was a big to do. Like I just think there's plenty of storage, don't get me wrong, but it's just the luggage, the ladders up when you have the berth down. So
And
just
I
get
feel like,
splurge and get that extra 6 feet.
and on the newer ships too, I feel like the rooms are more narrow, so that didn't help either. You know what I
Right,
mean?
yeah.
Like on the Dream and the Fantasy, they feel a little bit wider.
Mhm.
And so having to pull out a suitcase and like open it, if you have your suitcase stored under the bed and you pull it out to open it, it basically takes up that entire space between the dresser and the sofa.
Yes.
Whereas on the other ships, I feel like you could still walk around it if it was out. The rooms are a little bit more narrow.
Well, I remember when we first went in, Crystal walked by the bed and the TV and she goes, "There's no room."
Yeah.
That
That
was like one of the
was
first
so
things she
tight.
said. It was very tight.
Like,
Yeah.
Crystal's small, so when she says there's no room,
Yes.
that's saying something.
It was
Yes.
it was pretty tight.
Yeah. The outlets I thought were great. You had
Mhm.
USB-Cs, you had USB. We brought adapters because that's what we do. Because, being a travel advisor, we know how to travel. But we didn't even have to use them because I think we had plenty of adapters. Oh, and I was in the upper berth in my little cubby. There's a USB-C up there.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
I know.
And we did do a quick video of the child lock on the
Yes.
the door
Veranda.
out to the veranda. So for parents who are worried about getting a balcony because you have little kids, I'm 5'7". I literally had to reach up to reach that lock. So unless your kid is pulling a chair or a table over to the door, they're not going to be able to reach it standing from the floor. And hopefully somebody will notice before they can get it open if they're doing that. But there's the regular lock on the handle, and then there's also a child lock up at the top of the door.
That's good to know. That's the first thing out of my father-in-law's mouth was, "Y'all got a balcony and Travis is going to go out there and fall off." I'm like, "No, he's not." Like,
No,
No.
it's not going to happen.
no.
Yeah. We took a video of it. I thought it was great that they have that safety feature there. And the couch is too far away from the door for even a kid to like climb up on the couch. There's no
and
way.
the door, you even have to like push it down and like pull it, and it's hard for an adult to do.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I feel safe with kids in there with all
me
the
too.
safety precautions, and it's not just like, oh, let's slide the screen and run out. Like
Yeah, it's not your at-home sliding door.
Yeah.
Right.
And I do know that there are, we have a couple of agents who have older kids that could reach that are maybe on the spectrum, and people get worried about that. So there are, door alarms and things like that you can pick up on Amazon to connect to those doors too if you need.
We do have a Baymax room, so I was happy to see that when Angela posted the list of rooms and what the themes were. I was like, we booked deck 10 because it was thinking Encanto and Big Hero 6 theme was that floor. So I was like crossing my fingers because Travis likes Encanto, but he loves Baymax. So we got a Baymax room. So I was like,
Oh, good. So I have to say, we were aft deck 10. We walked up one flight of steps and we were at Marceline Market.
Yeah.
That was
it's a
great.
great location.
Yeah, great location. Even if to go up like at night, if you just want like to fill up a water bottle. I mean, it was a fantastic location.
elevator banks, they're hero and villains, right? So forward is villains, aft is heroes.
Is Sorcerer Mickey, yeah, but on the carpet, but like
Right.
in the elevator itself, yes.
I love Sorcerer Mickey too. As long
He's
as
my favorite.
Chinnerbog on there, that's the My biggest.
There was a big
Yeah.
painting of him. Yeah.
Okay, I can die happy going on the ship. then.
Oh, and I have to say, you said painting. And the stairwells, the artwork, so good.
Yes.
Like the detail, they're large. Like the theming was just great.
Well, and you'll love the carpet on deck 10 because it's San Francisco. So it's like
Oh, yeah.
skyline San Francisco all the way through the carpet in the hallways.
I'm excited
look-
for the ship.
Look for Mickey's ears to be pointing you towards the forward of the ship in
And
the
that-
carpet.
I love that Disney does that because
Yes.
when I was on the Star, it was just like, which way am I going? Because it's all the same.
Mm-hmm.
But because we had just gotten, like I said, we got off the Wonder like 2 months before, and I knew, look at the floor, and I know which way I was going. Was there anything else y'all want to add about the Destiny?
I just really enjoyed that you can get on such a nice and new ship and only do 3 to 4 night sailings, whereas the Treasure, it's 7 nights. So I do like that they brought, shorter itineraries to that ship. Also, I enjoy Fort Lauderdale. Super easy. Angela and I walked off that ship at 7:30 and we were at the airport by 8. Like, it was fantastic. We took a 10:30 flight home. I mean, I have to say, just being so close. And then the restaurants in Fort Lauderdale, that's another thing. Like, it's a quick Uber ride or a quick walk a few blocks. Like, it's just, I really enjoy that whole port area.
I literally could see the ship. I was sitting in the airplane at my gate when we landed, and I could see the ship from the plane. That's how close it is.
And one of y'all also posted a video or a picture of it when y'all were flying off. I like being able to see the ship when I'm in the airplane or something like that. I
Mhm.
can't remember which one, but I
Was it
remember.
me?
You can see all the ships in. I posted one.
That was you?
I'm not going to name names because I don't want to get them wrong. I don't want to be like Micah posted.
Wasn't me.
We'll tell
Yeah,
you if
well,
it wasn't us.
Yeah,
I'm excited.
I had a window
I'm
seat,
excited
so
to
I
go.
talked to you.
Y'all have really gotten me excited for this ship. I think
It's a good time.
It's a very good
I-
addition to the fleet. Having the
Yes.
the heroes, villains. I'm excited for clients to start sailing and experiencing everything.
And then just the characters that you get to meet that you don't typically get to meet.
Yeah.
That's another perk.
Yeah, Dr. Facilier was a fabulous meet and greet.
let's talk about that right quick. Did y'all do the little Dr. Facilier show?
We did not.
Okay.
We were going to, and then we didn't make it. I don't remember what held us back, but
Yeah, I don't
the
remember
people
either.
that we
We had
talked
it
to that
hard.
did it had nothing but glowing things to say about
It
it.
was such a short sailing that there was a lot of things like that overlapped. So we kind of had to make some tough choices. I think the 5-night sailings, you might have a little bit more opportunity to do some of those things, kind of like the Treasure and the Haunted Mansion bar. Like, you go in there the first couple of days, you can't get a seat, but the later in the cruise you go, because everybody's already done it, it's a little easier to get into. So I feel like maybe at least a 4-night, if not a 5 on this one, would give you more opportunity to do those kinds of things, because otherwise you're going to be making some tough choices on what to do.
I can't remember. I think ours was a 4-night, but I'm excited nonetheless.
Mine's a 4-night too next year. So
Well, we very much appreciate y'all coming on and talking about your experience on the Destiny, what
Thanks
the
for
adventure is
having us.
next year. So, are we going to have people going on the adventure in Singapore?
I have not got an invite, but I'll keep you updated. I don't think
Is
we are
anybody
getting
gonna-
invites to that.
Is anybody going to take a flight to Singapore to get on the adventure?
I have
To go to a
clients
cruise
that are
to
asking.
nowhere?
Yeah,
I'm
it
good.
is. I have clients that want to do it though.
I do too. And as soon as I told
Yeah, I do
them,
too.
like, there's no excursions, it's just going out in the middle of the water and coming back, they're like, well, never mind.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's going to do it for the episode today. Crystal, let's start with you. Can you tell us how to get a hold of you if anybody wants to book their Disney Universal, Disney Cruise, whatever trip?
Yes, I'm Crystal with a K, KRYSTAL at magicaltravel.com. And you can also find me at Magical Travel by Crystal on Instagram or Facebook.
Angela, how can we find you?
My email is a little bit longer. It is a Crone, so that's KROON .magicaltravel@gmail. And my Facebook page is Angela Crone, Magical Travel Specialist. My phone number, if you want to call or text me, is 912-659-7203.
And Christy?
I am on Facebook, Christy Puev with Magical Travel. Puev is Puev because I know that can be a little challenging. But my email is much simpler. It's just Christy at magicaltravel.com, CHRASTY.
And I'll have their email addresses put in the show notes. So if you didn't get to write those down, you can easily get to those. As for the rest of us, you can go to magicaltravel.com, and any of our wonderful agents there will help you get a no obligation quote for any type of travel that you would like to do. And next episode is going to be our year-end episode. We're just going to shoot some breeze and talk about what Disney announced here recently about some new stuff coming for the next year. And then until the next time, we will see you on the next episode.
Bye.